Hello and welcome back. In today's video I'm sharing some of my favorite cute and easy hairstyles that are perfect for summer or for quarantine, I guess, if you're still in it like I am. And I was planning on filming this video yesterday when I had a little bit more texture in my hair, but it's just not cooperating, so I'm doing it today instead, and my hair is a little smoother, which is great if I want to leave it down, but for hairstyles it might be a little slippery, but we'll see. So let's get into the first hairstyle. So this first hairstyle is brought to you by the founding fathers, because I literally cannot do a low ponytail without it looking like I live in the 18th century. I like to use scrunchies for a more fun look, and I just do a low ponytail, so I just pull my hair back, and I always pull out some strands of hair to frame my face. I just think I like the way it looks, and it gives it a more messy and casual vibe. So this is what it looks like from the back, and ignore the fact that this angle makes me look extremely broad-shouldered, but there is the first hairstyle, simple and easy and sometimes cute if you can do it right. So this next hairstyle requires more hair bands than should be necessary, but my hair is pretty slippery, especially when it comes to doing low space buns. I love the low space buns because it's a good way to like tie up my hair, but it's also really simple and cute. So I just separate my hair and tie both sides into low ponytails, and then I take another hair tie and twirl and twist my hair into a little bun, which does not stay in place and will look more like a little poop. But then I repeat that on the other side and secure the bun-ish looking things with another hair tie so that they have a better bun shape. So these in the video are definitely uneven and not my best space buns, but just pull out some strands of hair in the front and act like they're the best ones ever. And this is something I think really ties in the summer vibe, and that's adding a bandana around your little space buns. I just fold my bandana into a headband width, put it under the bun, and tie it into a bow on the top of my head. More like a knot actually, but it's fine. And I just think this gives it a really fun look and, you know, spices up your hair a little bit. And now comes the worst part of all hairstyle videos, taking out your wonderful masterpieces, especially when the hair ties are stubbornly knotting around each other, but it has to be done. And wow, what a look I've got going there. So I'd just like to apologize for the RBF that I'm sporting throughout this entire video. I'm not mad, I'm just not talking, so enjoy my natural face in all of its glory. So this next hairstyle is very simple, but I love the half up, half down look because it just lightens up the load of your hair and it still looks cool. So you of course just grab half your hair, who would have figured, and tie it together with, you guessed it, a scrunchie. And you guessed it again, pull out some strands of hair to frame your face. So the easiest one to do is just a little ponytail in the back, and please ignore the many different shades my hair is producing, but I also sometimes do a braid if I'm feeling funner and fresher than usual. The only problem with the braid is sometimes it kind of sticks out from the back of my head, but that's just the vibe I'm going for, and probably a result of the fact that I pull my braid into the air when I do it. And here is me realizing that the braid is so stiff it would be great for whacking people. My favorite way to do the half up, half down look, though, is to pull it into a messy bun. It's cooler than a ponytail, but much quicker than a braid. Alright, so enjoy this clip of me pulling hair off myself. The problem with filming a hairstyle video is that I'm still finding clumps of my luscious locks on the floor like 2 weeks later. So this next hairstyle takes a bit of time and braiding skills, but I love it because it's great for getting all the little baby hairs I have tied back and out of my face. So what you do, you just grab a small piece of hair in the front and start doing a Dutch braid aiming towards the back of my head. I had to get up because I can't braid without looking in a mirror, but you just braid until kind of the end of your head, I guess, and then just do a normal braid for the rest of the hair. I can only braid upwards towards the heavens apparently, but just continued for the rest of the hair and tied it with a clear elastic. Then I repeated the same thing on the other side. It doesn't look as good as the first side, whether it was because it was the second one and my arms are getting tired, or because I decided I was good enough to forget about looking in the mirror. But according to this footage, I eventually saw my braid was not really a braid and took a journey to my reflection pond. So I'm sorry these braids aren't too beautiful. I've done them better before, but of course, once you start videoing, the braiding skills took a trip down the drain. I also love this hairstyle to work out because if you pull it into a ponytail, there's no baby hairs flying around. So here I am again, taking out another failed attempt at a hairdo. This next hairstyle I really liked doing when I had shorter and wavier hair because it's just a fun way to spice up your locks, but it's just adding some little accent braids. So I like the look of having them right at the front of your hair, but when I tried to do that, it would just stick right out into my face. So I started with hair a little farther back, and I started just doing a normal braid, trying to keep it a little tighter at the top. And this next part is something I decided would be a great idea to do for the first time in this video, but that's not using an elastic. So as you can see, maybe a little better than I can explain, but I started to not pull the strands completely apart, so the bottom started to braid together as I was braiding the top. And you'll see this better on the other side, I show it better. But then when there's only a small gap between the two sides of the braid, you just twist the bottom through the little gap so that it basically ties itself. As you can see, it still needs some work to get it to stay on my head and not in my face, and then I just did the same thing on the other side of my head. You can see better how the bottom hair starts braiding upwards. And this side turned out much better than the first side, and I usually do like 2 braids on one side and 1 on the other, but I didn't want to keep embarrassing myself with my poor braiding skills, so I decided to just do 1 on each side. And this is how you spice up your head with cute little braids. They're easy, they really are, even if you can't tell by the poor way I am doing it. So sometimes I just feel lazy or my hair is just not cooperating, which seems to be a trend in this video. So I like to use headbands or bandanas. I like the look of like the thicker headband kind of thing, but I didn't have any of those. I do have some bandeau type headbands that are super easy to throw on, and of course pull out some strands on the top of my face. And I also have some more like scarf-like headbands that I just tie around my head. I love these because they are so fun and easy for just a little pop of color, and there are also so many different ways to wear them. As a bandana, as a bow thingy, as a wrap. The possibilities are not literally endless. I also really like the look of using like little clips, but I don't have any, and I can never style them cute enough to fit my face. I don't know, I just can't really do it too well. So here's some Pinterest steals that you can use for some clip inspiration. Okay, so my hand is starting to hurt from scripting this video, and my humor is getting worse, just like these last few hairstyles are. So, the easiest but still uber cute hairstyle is the low messy bun. Just start tying your hair in a ponytail and don't pull all the way through. Great explanation, I know, but I also figured I'd show you a high messy bun because this is definitely a go-to. So I just start like a ponytail, but I don't pull my hair all the way through, and then I just wrap the hair tie around twice. It's not really rocket science, but it sometimes still doesn't turn out that great. Now for the finale. If you've tried all of these hairstyles and your hair is still looking like a complete mess, you should just cover it up already and stop trying to get it to cooperate. It's time for a good old-fashioned bucket hat. It'll make your hair worries disappear and your time come flying back. And if that didn't sell you on buying a bucket hat, I don't know what will. Bucket hats are super fun. They can go with anything really, and you look like a safari guide or a trendy teenager. Whatever you're going for, a bucket hat can get you there. Alright, that is the end of this hairstyle video. I hope you guys enjoyed, found some cute new hairstyles for summer. I'm sorry some of them didn't turn out as perfect as I had hoped. I feel like even though I've done them so many times well, like that little braid one, done that so many times, looked really good, and then of course the second I sat down to film it, but it's fine. I think you guys got the idea, and I hope you guys enjoyed these hairstyles. Comment your favorite hairstyle down below, or your go-to hairstyle for any time of the year. And if you like these hairstyles, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. As of now, I think we're at 400 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.